Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play today's Puzzmo Crossword. It is March 7th, 2025, Friday, and today's crossword is called I'm Putting My Foot Down with a shoe emoji. Today's crossword is by Jasper Davidoff, hopefully I pronounced her name correctly, edited by Ori Bryan. Alright, so let's take a look at the grid art for a sec. Oh, okay. It's very nice. It's very I don't know what's the word, what do you call that? Like symmetrical? Like, it's very like a cute little diamond shape with a sort of coin slot right in the middle. It's interesting shape for sure. Pretty cute art. I mean, like it's not like an object that you can describe as anything, but the shape of it is, well, to my eye, very symmetrical, very pleasing, very aesthetically pleasing to look at. So as usual, I'm going to solve the crossword first, and then we'll discuss the clues and the theme, if any, afterward. So let's get started. Alright, I solved that in 4 minutes and 6 seconds. I had a little bit of trouble here. You can see I used 3 hints here, but I didn't want to waste time, so I was like, you know what, normally I try to avoid using hints because I like to solve it on my own, but they are there for a reason. They're there to help me to solve the crossword, so I'm just like, I'm gonna take the hints, use them when I can so I can try to improve my time and not, take too long. So yeah, okay, so so today's crossword is called I'm Putting My Foot Down by Jasper Davidoff, edited by Ori Bryan, hinted by Matthew Stock. So a note from Jasper. Jasper says, I've always felt a little jealous when I solve puzzles with wide open grids and few black squares to divide them up. For a while, I had this idea in my head that it couldn't possibly be something I knew how to make, which is a little silly because you can just try and see what happens. Something I've really enjoyed about Puzzmo are the bold and interesting grid shapes you won't often see in other venues. And this one definitely took some finagling to get the difficulty right, but I'm super happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I don't think it's easy at all to make something like this kind of shape. Okay, so Jasper also says, P.S. As a Brooklyn transplant, I briefly considered pitching this with the title, I'm walking here, but New York culture is not my costume. Brilliant way of saying that. Jasper Davidoff. Okay, now from the puzzle editor, Brooke. Brooke says, Jasper's apt pair theme is an 8 and 25 across, which you can read about in the hint for either answer. What's especially incredible about this grid is not just that Jasper filled it cleanly, but that they did it with the constraint of having 2 themed answers. This shape would be hard enough to fill cleanly without any required answers. I'm in awe. Okay, so 8 and 25 across. Let's look. All right, mudslides, right, and then 20, what across? 25 across, right. Okay, I see that now. Oh yeah, very interesting. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment, but let's take a closer look at the rest of the clues first. One across, movie format that Netflix stopped offering in 2023. That would be DVDs. Yeah, because I think I recall like Netflix back in the days, like before they were a streaming service, they used to like, I think what let people rent DVDs or something like that. I think that's what I've vaguely heard about, but I'm not that sure, so I think that's something like that. One down. Classification for some internet micro celebrities, so that would be D list. So A list would be like really famous celebrities, Then as you go down the letters of the alphabet, they get just progressively less famous, less renowned, I guess. Two down. I get this one confused. Two down. Sprawling country estates. So those would be villas. I don't know why I even put vistas. Just because I saw I thought vistas and that's it. But actually, vistas is like I think like the landscape, the plain or something like that, right? Yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking, and also because I spelled for cross frequent flyer as FLYER rather than FLIER. I don't know if there is a difference. Let me just check here. Flyer versus fly. Sorry, flyer. Okay. Okay, so according to Grammarly, which is like a grammar website, of course, a flyer FLIER is a pilot, and a flyer FYER is an advertising brochure, right? Okay, and then FLIER is standard in the U.S., and then FLYER as the British form. So FLIER is something or someone that flies, and then FLYER is a flyer like a leaflet. Okay, so that's my because I mean I did study British English, so I'm understandably spelling it that way. So, yeah. And I should have realized that, VY, it wouldn't make much sense here. But anyway, three down, something a dictionary does, right? It gives you definitions, it defines stuff. Five down, Sphinx's challenges, that'd be riddles. So this, I mean, I don't know where this idea came from, if this is from like some kind of Egyptian mythology or something. But as far as I can remember, I've always seen like, media about Egypt and mummies and all this thing. And Sphinxes are always these creatures that are like, as we know, um, have like the head of a person, typically a woman, I believe, but not always, and the body of a lion. So, and then the Sphinx, she would give you riddles, and if you couldn't answer the riddle to get through to the next door or stage or whatever, she would, I think, like just eat you or kill you or something like that. I don't know where that originated from though, but it's very interesting. Seven down. What are the words I'm blank here? How do I know if I'll ever love again? Beyonce lyrics from Once in a Lifetime. I don't know this song, but I kind of guess it must be needing to. I thought what are the words I'm wanting to hear? I'm something else. I mean, I was thinking of other words, but I didn't, I wasn't sure until I got more over here. Yeah. Nine down. Tennessee mountain range named for the mist around their peaks. Oh, so that's why they're called the Smoky Mountains. Oh, right, the Smokies. Okay, so the mist, so they look smoky. Okay, never knew that. 12 down. Struck down the Bible, right? Just smote or smite if it's present tense, but smote in past tense. Okay, let's see here. 4 down. Repping Brett Green, for example. Oh, this is very interesting because we just did Brett Summer and stuff. Well, hopefully not a spoiler, but yeah, but that was yesterday's crossword. We talked about that, and I liked how this was included again. I don't know if Brooke like chose these to go together like one after the other so that you would have some reference to what that was. If you did yesterday's one, it would help you a bit in today's puzzle, if you didn't already know that. But yeah, that's basically a fad. It's like a current trend, as you would. All right, 6 down. Fishy deli mixture that Matthew McConaughey makes with apples, wasabi, corn peas, and agave syrup. And then sort of like a thumbs down sign from me, thumbs down emoji. There'll be a tuna salad apparently. People, oh wait, people do tuna salad with wasabi. Okay, interesting choice. I guess maybe for some heat, maybe. 8 down. Shakers you might hear on the salsa record, so that'd be maracas. Those little, like, I don't even know how to call them, but you know the shakers. You know what I'm talking about. 10 down. Unspoken but understood, not be tacit. Right. Okay, what else we have here? Any more down clues? Yes, we do. 14 down. Inside the NBA co-host Charles, who's made on-air wagers with Shaq. That would be Charles Barkley. I think he was also a former basketball player, I think. And I think Charles Barkley was also on SNL. I think I've seen his sketches. I don't know if I'm thinking of the right person, but I think that's him. Uh, 17 down. Less overt will be so something that's less obvious, something more subtle, so subtler. 20 down. Pass through a sieve, so that'll be to sift something like, baking flour, that kind of thing. 23 down. What a jam jar can be used as once you've eaten the jam. So it's just a jar, so you can just use it as a glass something. 26 down, blank so, German alas. I know that German has this sort of like word called ach something. I don't know what it means, but I guess that maybe that's what it was. So thankfully I guessed correctly. So that was a bit of luck on my side. Okay, let's go to the across clues. 6 across. Rare feature of classic Cadillacs. I don't know why when I had Finn at the end, and then T, even up till I had T and etc. I still couldn't figure out that what they wanted was a tail fin. I don't know why my brain just blanked. I was thinking, what kind of fin? This fin? What is it? What are they asking me here for? I was totally blanking on this. I mean, when I saw the answer, I was like, oh my gosh, so obvious. How didn't I see this? But sometimes it's just weird how the brains work, right? So yeah. Okay. All right. 8 across. Cocktails with chocolate syrup, cream, and coffee liqueur. I didn't know that there were cocktails called this mudslide. Let me just Google the picture because I want to see this. Mudslide drink. Okay. Oh, actually, that looks really good. Okay. Yeah, I can see a lot of chocolate stuff. Got a cherry as well. Oh, that looks really good. Although I don't know about the liqueur part, but chocolate syrup and cream, everything looks really good. So they're called mudslides, and I know slides are also like kind of slippers, shoes, footwear, basically. All right, and then 10 across. Fashionable France. So I like this. I like this clue a lot because it tricked me for the longest time. I was like, fashionable France. Is there a French word for fashionable that is 3 letters long that I can't think of? I don't know, so I just skipped it. At the very end, I saw T and A, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, oh, "Okay, now I get it. It's tan, like what's that show? The Queer Eye show, and Tan France. He's one of the queer guys who's basically like the fashion advisor for the person that they're doing a makeover for, the kind of thing. Okay, 11 across, 2-seater bicycles, so they're tandem bikes because you can you can ride in tandem with the person. 15 across, once in a blue moon, right? Seldom. I saw some of the letters and I still couldn't figure out that what they were asking for was seldom. I guess I seldom think of that word anymore, the word seldom. So great reminder that this word exists. 13 across, like most Yemenis, so Yemen is in the like sort of Middle Eastern area, so there would be Arabs. 18 across, Rolex competitors. Rolex is obviously a very popular watch brand, and Seiko is also a popular watch and clock brand. Okay, 16 across, buildings that might have garajes y aticos. Aticos, or I don't know what that is. So casas, houses, would have garages, and I believe those are attics. Even though you don't know Spanish, I think you can kind of figure out because they're quite close to what the words are in English. So I think with that in mind and some of the letters being filled in for me, you would be able to figure it out from context, I think. 19 across. He flew in the face of common sense and the sun. So this is a funny one. So Icarus is Greek mythology character that was where he and his father, I think Daedalus was it, who's like I think like a great inventor. They were trapped in, was it something like the labyrinth or whatever, and they had to escape. And there was no really no way out. I think it was something like that. I mean, I don't really remember the story correctly, so I'm probably maybe half right, half not right. But anyway, to escape from their prison, his father built them like using like feathers from I think birds that flew to the window or whatever. They used those feathers and like wax from potentially I think candles maybe something like that. Anyway, wax and you know, bird feathers, to make into like basically human-sized wings, which I don't know how many feathers you need for that. So that's a bit unrealistic. But anyway, the story is that Icarus is the sun, and he's wearing those wings, and he's enjoying himself flying like, ooh, I'm like a bird or whatever. And he flew too close to the sun, and because when he get too close to the sun, the wings and the wax on the wings started to melt. And when the wax melted, the wings fell apart, and he fell and died. And Daedalus was like, shit, my son, my boy. So yeah, so that's become like a thing of like, like, yeah, he basically flew in the face of common sense. So he wasn't using common sense, and yeah, flew too close to the sun, essentially. 21 across, grumpy mood is a snit. Again, I wasn't really familiar with this word until I started doing crosswords, American style crosswords, and this is when I learned a lot about the word snit and what it meant. And so I know this by now. So the more you do it, the more you get familiar with some of the words that you see very often, actually. So yeah, 24 across, right in the middle. Oh, right. I see now. Because right, and then in the middle of the word right is the letter G. Another letter one. So I failed to see a letter one earlier when I was doing the mini crossword. Very similar clue with something about middle letters and everything. And again, I didn't see that. So yeah, but great one. It's a good one. 22 across. Violate the terms of a no flex zone. I don't really know what a no flex zone is, but I know like flex means like, like sort of like showing off, bragging, that sort of. So I'm guessing if you're in a place where you're not supposed to be bragging, so that would be, you're basically talking big, you're bragging by doing that. So you're going against what the zone says you're not supposed to do. Try to have across landscapes apt for seasoned explorers. Oh my gosh, I like the way this clue is written, because now that I know the answer, I get it. Seasoned explorers, seasoning, salt is a seasoning, and landscapes for seasoned explorers. So salt flats are basically a landscape with like, well, salt essentially. And flats are also shoes, so which goes in mudslides, slides and flats are shoes. Mud and salt are both kind of like, how do I say it, like ground materials. Salt can also be a ground material in this sense. So like landscapes and shoe and footwear, so very matchy, goes well together. And seasoned explorers, that's great. That's just great. Okay, 27 across. Fast food chain offering free Shavakadu in a classic Vine. So Vine, RIP, was a really cool social media platform where people would have really short clips, that just go viral because it's just so funny, short, and a lot of it is really, I think a lot of it is very spontaneous, so that's why it just took off. And there's this one where this person is like reading the sign. It says, it's supposed to be FRE, and I think it says SH in another line or something. And instead of it being fresh avocado, this person read it as free shavakadu. It still gets me. It's really funny. But if you look it up, free shavakadu, just Google it. You'll see the line, you'll see the short clip, and you'll know what I mean. But basically, it's a very funny meme. I think you have to be a certain age to know what that is. But yeah, I didn't know the fast food chain that it was being referenced, but I guess because I saw the CO, and I guess the only one I can think of fast food chain is Del Taco. I don't really, it's not really familiar for me. I'm more familiar with Taco Bell because we have Taco Bell here. We do not have Del Taco. So again, I tried to dig in through my American knowledge to get that. So I'm glad I thought of it. 28 across, give me a break. And I'm saying that is yeesh, so like get on my back, kind of thing. 29 across, lines on a GPS display. So that would be roads. So RDS for short. And when you see it in a GPS, then they don't really write the info, just wrote roads or streets, STS, kind of thing. So yeah, that was today's Puzzmo Crossword. A challenging one for me, I have to admit, especially with some, errors here and there, and my brain blanking on some of these, but some of them were very well written. So very cool here. So great job, Jasper. But yeah, thanks for joining me in today's crossword. Let me know if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.